Actually, we are still in the process of fulfilling the present capacity, that is 1.5 million pieces. And in this respect, you know that we have added to our portfolio, to Céline, that was the first brand that we've got in, also Loewe, Kenzo and Fred. So this is the starting point. Clearly, you know that the JV has got the aim to become, a real strong player in the industry. But as Mr. Belloni said that day when we made the inauguration of the factory, we have to deserve it. I believe that so far we have really deserved a role, you know, in the industry and also in the heart of the brands of LVMH. But again, it's a matter of time, and we are passionate. We are a startup, and what we are very interested in is doing our job well. And actually we are. I think that what we have to do is to consolidate Céline, leveraging also on the new things that are coming with Eddie Slimambi, the new artistic director of the Maison. We are going to implement our offer with the male offer, and we are going to give much more emphasis to the ophthalmic styles as well. On the other side, clearly we have to support the launch of Kenzo, the business for Loewe and Fred as well. All these brands, they have got a very specific positioning, not only in terms of price point, but also in terms of markets we are going to sell. Kenzo will be in the stores and beginning of next year. We have already started promoting the brand and the products, but commercially wise, the products will be in the stores starting in the beginning of year 19. I really want to use the same words that have been used by Mr. Belloni. That is, the VMH Group has got some licenses in place. These licenses have an expiry date. At the time of the expiry date, Thélios will be one of the companies, of the competitors that could aim to get these brands, and we are there. And I believe that so far we have done everything in a way that we have got the titles to be there and to ask for. Then, it's as usual, business is business, and we are there. I believe that what the opticians have clearly understood in the way we are managing the business in France, but not only in France actually, is that when we made the promise to be selective, we kept the promise of being selective. And this is something that is helping, on one side, the Céline, but on the other side is helping a lot of the sell-out. Because this means that we are able to give to this client, that for us are the special clients we have in our portfolio, we can give them all they need in order to promote the products, to support the sales of the products, at such an extent that in some cities, I'm thinking to the example of New York, for instance, where Céline is doing extremely well, we have got with the best clients really a personal approach. There is a lot of confusion in this industry, and I believe that having a clear strategy and on top of that being able to make it live, something that is really working, is something that is really appreciated. The approach is basically having good product, good design, good quality, good service, and all the means we understand, we know that are useful in order to support the visual merchandising. Visual merchandising is key, otherwise the risk that you run is selling something that is not even going to be shown in the stores. But to have space and visibility in a store, you need to give support to it. And I believe that what we have done with Céline has really been an example of how much we have devoted in terms of time and in terms of money spent in order to support the business of our clients. I can tell you that in few months the number of installations from the shop-in-shop to the windows that we have put in place, we are talking some hundreds of installations. But you know, it's really a remarkable number if you consider the limited time we have got in order to set up everything. And we will go ahead this way because it has really paid off. But it has paid off not only us, it has paid off, you know, in terms of sell out, our clients. That's very important. You know, at the end of the day, sell out is king. If you don't sell, I mean, as an optician or as a boutique or as a department store, the interest you have in a brand is becoming more and more limited. And this is something that we don't want to run as a risk. There has been a clear, you know, mutual interest in establishing this JV with different skills and expertise coming from the two partners. One side, the expertise in designing, industrializing, manufacturing, distributing. The other side, an expertise that is intangible, but is a great goodwill that has to do with the maison and the brands. I mean, the two things together, you know, are going to lead, in my view, for the future, you know, one player in the market that is really going to say something positive, something strong. I believe that there is not room in the future for all the brands you have got today in the market. There are too many. The reason why there are too many brands is that there are too many players, and the two things go together. I mean, there are some public news about what's going on in the industry, and you can easily understand there are some competitors that are step by step fading away. And this is consistent with what has to happen in the future. And I believe that in this situation, we have positioned ourselves with the JV in a way that our position is very clear. Our promises kept are very clear, and we're going to run a business with a clear identity, strategy, and opportunities for the future. That's it. But, you know, sometimes, you know, when the rules of the game of an industry changes, it's not easy at the beginning to understand the reason why. But I'm pretty much sure that in 3, 4, 5 years' time, when the number of players in the market will be less than today, and you know, I can tell you that it's easy for me to say that in the future, for sure, the JV will be there, Marcolin will be there. Most probably, you know, they will be also from a legal standpoint separated, but you know, the end of the game, the final strategy of the game is to reinforce the two partners. But everybody, each of the two has got its own way for the future. Nothing more than this.